Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Secrets of a Busy Mum. So today in this video I'm excited to announce that Summer Pearl has arrived and she is officially a week old. So I've just been enjoying our first week together and I thought I would share her birth story because it was quite a bit different to the rest of my other children. So I hope you enjoy this video and don't forget to subscribe. So as I said, we've been keeping the name a secret. We have named our fifth baby and our second little girl Summer Pearl. She made her entrance into the world when I was 39 weeks plus 1 day, and she did it quite quickly. Luckily we did make it to hospital. It was a Sunday, and Scott was home. He'd started his holidays early because of the way I was going that week. I was having contractions 30 minutes apart all day for a week, and then they would stop when I went to sleep and then would start again the next day. So he decided to take his holidays a bit earlier. The day before I went into labour, my sister arrived to pick up my oldest child for an event, and she knows my history with having babies around grandparents or great-grandparents' birthdays and also having them on stormy nights. So she reminded me that Scott's granddad's birthday was the following day and that there was a storm coming, or meant to be coming, on Boxing Day. So she was expecting me to go into labour the next day or on Boxing Day if a storm happened. And it just so happened that Summer wanted to come on her great-granddad's birthday. On Sunday, it started like any other day. We got up, we fed 7 kids breakfast, we had pancake Sunday. They went outside and started playing, and I started to think that these 30-minute contractions were starting again, which they did. They started a bit earlier, but there was something a bit different about them. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, you know. So these contractions were irregular. They were happening every 30 minutes. They jumped to 45 minutes. They come back down to 30. They go to 20, and they were just unpredictable. But we were having fun. It was hot, the pool was out, and the kids were having a bit of a blast, to be honest. And then they just got really intense around 12, but they still weren't regular. I come inside and started relaxing with the 3 younger boys. They had enough outside play, so we brought them inside while Scott was outside with the older kids who were still playing in the pool and having fun. Then we got them all out and he come and checked on me. These pains were different, they were intense. And I just looked at him and he's like, I think we better call the midwife. So I called up the hospital and started talking to them. While I was on the phone to them, my pains, contractions, whatever you want to call them, they were contractions, went from being irregular to being every 2 minutes apart, like every 2 minutes apart. And I couldn't breathe through them, I couldn't talk. So I'm on the phone to her saying, I'm just trying to, oh, that's a contraction. Like, I couldn't talk. When I said that it was my 5th child, she's like, yeah, we'll get you to come in. Took my name, everything. Scott come in and he goes, I've called my brother, who was luckily in town, and even more luckily was only a 10-minute drive away, if that. So when him and his girlfriend arrived, I'd called my parents and let them know that I was heading up into hospital because I was in labour. There was no doubt the pains were consistently 2 minutes apart. When Scott's brother and his girlfriend got here, we took off straight away to the hospital. We got there at 12:40, and I remember it was 12:40 because I said to him, they're gonna ask me when my last contraction was, and I'm having one right now. We got out of the car, left the hospital bags in the car because I didn't want to take them up if it was a false alarm, and at that point I was just like, I just want to go in. So we went in, arrived at assessment because there's like a front desk and the assessment area first. And there was one lady waiting to be assessed because there's a lot of ladies going in and out that day at the labour ward. And I thought, oh, here we go, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait for assessment. The midwife looked at me and she just goes, someone's having a baby today. Let's go down to a labour room. So we went straight down to a labour room, contracting every 2 minutes still. The midwives there are lovely. So they come in, put me on a monitor, go, yep, you're in labour. Your waters aren't broken. They did an internal exam and I was 3 centimetres dilated already. So from the time from at home, I'm guessing at some point I'd managed to get 3 centimeters dilated. And then things progressed rather quickly. So we arrived in the car park at 12:45. I forget what time I was checked in, but it was just consistent contractions all the time. I was up trying to move and I just couldn't. And they said to me, what was your shortest labour? And I was like, well, the 3 boys, they were all induced. My only spontaneous labour was my other daughter. It was about 7 hours, give or take. And I went on into labour on her great-grandmother's birthday and she was born the next morning. But little Summer decided to make things progress rather quickly. So it wasn't long before I was asking for gas and air. She didn't break her waters until I was nearly about ready to push, and she was born at 2:58. So it was very straightforward, gas and air, no complications. She comes straight out. And yeah, I ended up having no problems whatsoever with the birth or anything, and she is just gorgeous and I can't believe she's here. And she was born 2 hours and 5 minutes of labour. I think that was what was on the birth sheets. So a very short, spontaneous labour that went very quickly. Scott was with me the whole time, and he knows the normal labour thing of do not touch me while I'm in labour, because unless I'm pushing, I do not want to be touched. So as soon as he noticed that I was starting to push, because I usually have really quiet births, I don't scream, I don't holler, I don't do nothing, I just get it done. But he noticed that I was starting to push and he's just come over and he's held my hand and he's just does what he always does. He's great support. And he got to cut the cord. I'm trying to think what else. This is the first birth story for my 5th baby. But yeah, she was born rather quickly, and because everything went so well and it wasn't my first natural delivery, I was allowed to leave the hospital 4 hours later and get back home with our baby the same day and be at home with them all 7 kids. Just enjoy the afternoon. And was it a long night of crying. She slept all day because she was born at 2:58. Yeah, she just slept all day. She's just gorgeous. We are so in love, and she's just fit into the family so well. She's a nice, easy baby, and we're so happy she's here. So baby number 5 for us, child number 8 in our home. Summer Pearl was born 2 days before Christmas. I was out the same day. She was born on her great-granddad's birthday, which Scott's side of the family are absolutely thrilled about. and she is just gorgeous. And that is her birth story. Probably I should say that my parents did come up while I was in labour in those 2 hours and traded off with Scott's brother and his girlfriend because they were actually just about to head home to New South Wales when I went into labour, so I was very lucky that they could come over so quickly. Yeah, without them popping over, it might have been a different story. I was expecting another 7-hour to 12-hour labour, but she had other plans. And that's basically it for this birth story video. So if you guys want to hear about any of the other children's birth stories, let me know in the comments. I'm quite happy to share because they're all different. Let me tell you, each and every single one was different. They had their different obstacles. Some were quite challenging, some were extremely scary. So if you want to know about those, I have 4 other stories that I can share with you guys. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe this video to the channel if you want to hear them. And I'm just gonna enjoy my little baby, and I will probably do some updates for you about how she is going in the future. So until next time guys, thanks for watching. Bye.